Hi, I'm Jen with Caketastic Cakes, and the following is a recording of a live stream I did on Game Jolt. And it is a mommy long legs cake. It's from the video game Poppy Playtime, and that's why I did it on Game Jolt. Game Jolt is a site for basically any video game fan really at all. So if you want to have a place to hang out and share fan art and comments and whatever, Game Jolt might be something worth looking into. So I will put the link to Game Jolt for you, so you or your kids can check it out. The cake itself, like I said, is mommy long legs. I also included a Huggy Wuggy decoration that I made a while ago now. It's a gum paste cake topper, so I'll put the link also for that, so you can look that up too if you'd like to make it. But otherwise, yeah, it's like I said, it's a live recording, and it has me commenting to the chat. I ask questions. It's mostly kids, so it's geared toward them. I don't go into great detail, on how I make the cake, but if you watch it, you can see what I do, and you might enjoy it. So yeah, thanks.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay? Yes, okay. Hi everybody. Hi Oppressed Coyote. Hi Babbling Bendu. Hi Kit Kat. Hi Steve. Hi Unmasked. Hi Supersonic. I saw Chip in there. Hi, I have the IQ of a newborn. Duo Owl. Hello Checker, your local shark. Yeah, one, I guess it is. Supersonics. Hey guys, Zombie hello. Hi everybody. Okay, thank you for the charge sticker by the way, already. I am here. I'm gonna show you today how I'm gonna put together a Poppy Playtime cake. I've been looking forward to this one for quite a little while, ever since I, just for fun, had made a Huggy Wuggy decoration, and I made a Kissy Missy decoration, and I made a cake for other reasons. But I didn't end up using my Huggy Wuggy decoration, and I wanted to use them again, and I thought this would be fun. So yeah, chapter 2 has, of course, been out for a little while, and I like the mommy long legs character, so I wanted to work her in. I thought with the Huggy Wuggy, perfect. So, all right. I would like a PJ Pug-a-Pillar. I've looked at the PJ Pug-a-Pillar, and he would be a lot of work. You would have to make all these different segments, and he would be kind of work. Okay, now I want you guys, if you have your charge stickers, get them ready, because I have a question for you. If you don't have charge stickers, no problem. Just get a sticker ready. And place it when I ask this question. How many of you guys have seen my Creeper live stream? So let me see how many of you guys have already seen. Okay, so I see a few coming in. Okay, so some of you had. Okay, okay, yeah. A bunch of you have. All right, so then now if you have seen my video of the creeper exploding, could you put a sticker on? Let me see that so I get an idea of how many people have seen that. Okay, so it seems like a little bit more maybe have seen the creeper video exploding than the actual live stream. So yes, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. It's entertaining if nothing else. But you haven't. Supersonic, what the heck, dude? All right, yes, you did chip the skeleton. I like that. Oh my gosh, I laughed with a bat. Em is here. You promised you'd be here, and you are. Shadow the Hedgehog, nice. Okay, so if you saw the exploding cake, the whole reason I had done that was because someone suggested it. One of you guys had commented under, I think, the live stream post, like, oh no, I hope the creeper doesn't explode. And I'm like, that's actually kind of a fun idea. So I wanted to try it out. And I'm not gonna spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet, but I tried it out, and it was at least a fun result, if nothing else. So my whole point of this is I love the suggestions, and someone had suggested, since I'm doing a mommy long legs cake, to put it in a shredder when I was done with it. And I love that idea very much, and it would be amazing, right? That's perfect. Yeah, I would love to do it, but I'm going away after this stream, actually, like in a few more hours. I'm going away for kind of like a family reunion this weekend, and I'm bringing the cake to them, so I'm not going to be able to destroy it. But if you have suggestions like that, keep them coming, because even the little sarcastic ones like, oh, I hope it doesn't blow up, or oh, what if she ends up in the shredder? They're great, they're fun, and I think they're awesome. So and people also ask a lot of times what I do with the cakes after I make them. And what I do with them is I give them away if I can. I give them to friends or family. I try to sell them. It hasn't been as successful as I would have liked, but mostly I give them away, or if I can't find someone to give them away to, I throw them away because at this point I'm so sick of eating cake. All right, but anyway, now to keep it going, yeah, so keep commenting, keep the suggestions coming. If you go to the Caketastic Cakes community, there is a section for suggestions on cakes you'd like to see made or decorations that I could try to make. Put them in there, and if you happen to be in there looking, check out to see what's been suggested and like it if you think it's a good idea. So that way I can gauge the interest level, as well as I have all my suggestions in one spot. If you put them in the comments here, I'm not going to see them again. If you put them in the comment under a post I make, I usually suggest putting it there so I can find it, because a lot of times I lose track. You guys have such great ideas and I can't keep it all organized all the time. So all right, anyway, on to the Poppy Playhouse cake here. Poppy Playtime. Playhouse, jeez. I'm thinking of Gabby's Playhouse. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, so I'm going to start with a cake board here. Very shiny, very sparkly, and I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to make the tiled floor first. The opening scene of the second chapter when the hand, you know, comes and drags Huggy Wuggy away. That's kind of what I'm going to be recreating. I've got over here a whole bunch of squares that I've made prior. These are fondant squares. They're not gum paste. They are kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna make my floor out of this. So just little white squares. It's boring to watch me cut squares out, so I did it last night. And yeah, that's it really. Okay, so now I also had a question too. If you have been to my other live streams, you'll know that a lot of the time, or well, most of the time, unless it's like an impromptu live stream, I will have trivia questions ready for you guys based on the game that I'm doing. And I didn't know, is it worth doing? Do you guys even like it? You know, do you like to have the trivia questions? Does it make it more fun, or is it just kind of stupid? Because my aim is not stupid, it's just to be more entertaining. And, you know, cake decorating is not always the most exciting thing in the world, I'm not gonna lie. So, make a cake of me. Yes, don't forget to charge your stickers to support me, because I need all the support I can get. So, yeah, so let me know, yes or no, yes or no. Do you like to see the trivia? Yes, no, yes, no. So just throw it my way. I have trivia ready, so don't think I'm, you know, cheating you guys out of anything here. But I'm just curious if, you know, if it's worth my time, basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna put my tiles together. And I have a few colors that I've got here. I've got my white, of course, and my red, and my blue, and my yellow. Your French learned better English here. Bonjour, bonsoir. I don't know what time it is over there. So hello, I took French in high school. And all I can remember is Ozout il neige, which I'm horrible at the accent. And it's not actually neiging right now. Or I could say, où est le stylo? Voici le stylo, which, where's the pen? And here's the pen, if I'm remembering right. So yeah, French. That was a fun language to take. Okay, oh, you already used your charged sticker. Well, you better go do some more daily quests, buddy. And then find one of my posts and stick them on there. Oh, Supersonic, you saw my Sonic cake. Your local shark. Je parle français. Je ne parle pas français. Je parle anglais. And a little bit of Spanish from Dora. When my kids were little and they liked to watch Dora. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna hold it up real close. But my tiles are kind of beat up, and I like it that way. I made these last night, and I let them kind of dry a little bit so that they would get a little more rough and tumble. And I thought it might make it look a little more authentic. Poppy's out. So yeah, ask for Halloween cake. Do you guys wanted to see a Halloween cake? Is that what I'm getting the message here? Yeah, if you guys want to see a Halloween cake, I am going to be making one. I don't know if it's been announced yet, the whole schedule yet or not, but Game Jolt has asked me to make a Halloween cake. So come later in the month, yeah, your cake girl here is gonna be getting out with the spooky stuff. And I was told I'm allowed to make it gory and bloody, so yeah, that'll be a little more fun. Which I gotta say is why I like doing cakes here too, because if I'm on my own, I do a lot of cakes that are just, you know, for the locals, and that's much more little kid themed. Remember when I said Gabby's Playhouse earlier? Yeah, I do that kind of stuff a lot. All right, so my tile floor is coming together, still going. And what is the cake gonna be? It is going to be Mommy Long Legs, and I'm going to work in my old Huggy Wuggy decoration. So he's in pieces though. So here's one of his legs. And I need to change his feet out because I realized when I first made him many, many moons ago, I made him the wrong color. His feet aren't supposed to be lime green, they're supposed to be yellow. So, all right. Have you done your Spanish lessons today? No, I haven't. All right, okay. Since I don't know, did you guys answer if the trivia is good or not? I think I saw some yeses. So either way, I'm gonna ask you some questions. You can answer or not, you know, it doesn't matter. And I just like to see how much you guys know. You purported Poppy Playtime fans here. And you know, I'm gonna judge you accordingly. So yes, if you don't know the answers, I'm gonna notice. Okay, now, who knows when chapter 1 was released? Chapter 1 of Poppy's Playhouse. Oh yeah, Chip, I saw you play your horror game. You actually weren't bad. It was just a tough game. And it was strange, that Disney one. So who knows? Who don't know? I'll let you take a minute and guess. But yeah, does anybody know? October, Chip is right. October, Hello Checker is right. Chip, the 12th, that is correct. It was released, but what year, do you know? Do you know what year? I'm just gonna fill the rest in with white, I think. Yeah, it was last year. Yep, you got it. It was last year. And when it was released, what game were they comparing it to? They were like, oh, you're biting off of this game, which is pretty obvious, I think. FNAF, yeah, Spooky Red Spy, yep. Make a Skull Kid cake. Actually, I've got a few cakes that I'm, you know, thinking about. Now, which do you guys like better? Do you like Five Nights at Freddy's better, or do you like Poppy Playtime better? Because of the two, I'll tell you my preference in a minute. But it kind of depends, I guess. FNAF, okay. Oh, the cool guy's here. Hi, cool guy. I never played either of them. I never actually played either of them either, but doing these cakes and the content that I'm making here, I certainly have done homework on them, and I have developed my own opinion on which one I like better. And Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 is free. Yeah, now it's free. Oh, that could be a good question. Does anybody know how much you paid for Chapter 1 back when it was first released? Hi, cool guy. Yeah, it was like $4. It was actually $4.99. And then when Chapter 2 was released, they pretty much doubled the price of it. They ended up charging, well, if you double the price, it's going to be up around, it was $9.99. And people at first were like, what the heck? You know, why are you charging so much extra? But you got so much, well, let's see, do you guys have any idea why? A million, billion, zillion dollars? If you guys know why they charge double, then I will let, who was it? Roxy Wolf can ask a question. So does anybody know why? Development budget. Yeah, probably because it doubled the length of the game pretty much. It was, I think, triple the rooms and everything else. And the playtime had doubled. So the first game you can kind of crank through, you know, if you know what you're doing well enough. So go ahead, Roxy, where'd you go? I am a DS kid. Aw, that's all right though, because I hear it's am I thinking of the right game? Is it coming out on all platforms soon? Well, DS is Nintendo though, so I don't know about that. But I think they were releasing it onto more platforms. I'm not sure. I'm just piecing this thing together in the meantime. My favorite scary movie? Okay. My favorite scary movie. When I was younger, if you had asked me that question, I would have said Evil Dead. I guess it was Evil Dead 2. It was the one that was with Bruce Campbell, and he works at S-Mart. Don't work, you know, shop smart, shop S-Mart. That one. Oh, I thought it was so funny when I was a kid. With the Hail to the King baby and all that other stuff. I thought it was very funny. And it was freaky, it was creepy. But that was when I was a kid. Nowadays, I don't really know. I don't do a lot of scary movies. Because to me, if it's scary, I guess it would be more like something that, I don't know, something that's more realistic. Like the ones that are scary to me are not the monster ones, but the ones where it's like a human. No, I never saw Evil Dead the musical. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up now. Scream, I didn't like Scream. I have a hard time with the horror movies because I spend half the time being like, don't run up the stairs. Don't run in, like in that Geico commercial, was it? Don't run into the barn full of chainsaws and axes. You know, like, make some better choices here, people. And so I end up criticizing the movie too much. Oh, you know what? I like Jennifer's Body. I don't know if that was actually considered scary, but I enjoyed that one. But it just bothered me that they called the girl needy the whole time. It's like, get off of her case. Let her be. Yeah, people trip over everything. Do I like scary movies? Again, you know, it depends. Do I like them? Yeah, but I want a psychological scare. I don't want a jump scare. I like Jeepers Creepers, the first one. I liked that one. I enjoyed that one. And that was a little bit gory, but not bad. Yeah, that's a tough question. Yeah, I just criticize the people. I'm just like, you wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you just call the cops? Why wouldn't you go stay at your friend's house? You know, just too much of that stuff. Oh, you know what? No. I know. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I was surprised. Cabin in the Woods. Yep, Cabin in the Woods. I liked that one. I thought it was clever. I thought it was fun how they had like the whiteboard with the bet going, if you saw it. Yeah, then they had the wager with who's gonna get eaten first or what monster they're gonna release first, and they had all the cliches in there. That was good stuff. I liked that one. All right. I need my square cutter because I don't have enough squares. I thought I made enough, but I didn't. Good guess. So, anyway, if you guys have played Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, you'll probably know the answer to this. But in Chapter 1, everybody thought Huggy Wuggy's experiment number was what number? Do you guys know this one? Dodging every sticker. I am a sticker dodging ninja. You don't even know. 1987. What? No, I think you're thinking Freddy Fazbear on that one. Well, yeah, 1006. 1006. But then in Chapter 2, we learn who is actually 1006. Or Experiment 1006. Ooh, I like the ninja. Yeah, that's about me too. Except I wouldn't roll around. It'd probably hurt my back. The creepy hand guy. Yeah, the prototype. Which I think is going to be playing a big part in Chapter 3. Which, of course, you know... Oh, actually, no. I heard that it would come out in, like, December of this year. But I saw the official trailer now that was released. And it says 2023. So, yeah. I'm a little disappointed it's not coming out till next year. but at the same time, you know, they cranked out the first two, one on top of the other. So the first one was October. Does anybody know when chapter 2 was released? Only 300? Everybody tell your friends to come watch me and bring their charged stickers. Does anybody know when chapter 2 was released? And I'll even give you time to Google it because I know some of these questions are a little bit harder. I was going a little harder this time. All right, so now I've got my floor all tiled up. Now I'm just gonna take a minute to rough it up. So I'm gonna take some of my black paint and just kind of go between the tiles a little bit. Not with this brush, I don't like that one. Oh no, it dripped. And this is just gonna make it look cooler. So yeah, did anybody answer me? Huff or fluff? I don't know what that means. All right, back up. Okay, so did anybody get it that when chapter 2 was released? I don't remember, I wasn't looking. I can't look all the time, I'm sorry guys. And even though I'm like making a mess of this, it'll be fine. Because the floor was very dirty. Yeah, in 2023 is when the next one, the third one they say is gonna come out. So, I don't know, that looks cool. Oh, but getting back to my other question. It was released in May of 22. So you had October of 21, and then chapter 2 was released in May, giving it only, what, like 5 and 3, 8 months in between, which is, I don't know, I think it's pretty fast, but they did that with Five Nights at Freddy's too. They released them kind of on top of each other also. So, yeah, I guess this one, they're taking more time in development and everything. So yeah, even though I'm making kind of a mess over here, it already is looking much better, right? I think it looks a lot better. A SpongeBob cake. I get asked a lot about SpongeBob cakes. I have made, did I mention that I did a lot of kids cakes? I have made my fair share of SpongeBob cakes, and I will have to dig them up and show you. Mostly though the characters. People more wanted characters put on their own cakes. But I'll have to show you guys some of the stuff I've done. All right, now I'm making my floor dirty. And okay, what is flat? Oh, we're doing riddles now. Okay, so in just a few minutes of dirty swiping, how's the floor look now? Can you see it? Okay, I'm going to put this aside now, and I'm going to get out the cake that I'm going to make into the mommy long legs. So yeah, this can just sit out. I don't want to drop Huggy Wuggy off of my counter here. Okay, yeah, but of the two of them, but getting back to me, all about me, I prefer, I think, Poppy Playtime over this or Five Nights at Freddy's. And I think I like it better. There's a ton of story behind Five Nights at Freddy's, like a ton of story, which is cool. But I like the play of Poppy Playtime better. I prefer the idea of, you know, just wandering around the open world concept for the video games. I like just wandering around and exploring things. Like Breath of the Wild, I think is a lot of fun because you just walk around and do whatever you want, more or less. So yeah, I prefer that one. And I also think, I don't know, the character's a little better, maybe? Or not better, but just more varied, I guess, because you have toys instead of all being animatronics. They're very limited in what they could do with it. So this way it seems like it's got more of a variety, that more directions you can go into. All right, aw, don't leave me, Roxy Wolf. Okay, and I had put out a poll before. I don't know if you guys saw this too, but it was a poll asking which character, which video game was preferred, just because I'm looking for ideas, you know, again, on content, which direction to take things in. And it was between Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft. And if you guys know, the communities are pretty freaking big. And there was a lot of votes. There was over 1,200 votes that were cast. And Five Nights at Freddy's won about 3-1. They got a 70% versus 30%. So I will probably be looking into something Five Nights at Freddy's related. Yeah, it was a very big result. And the next poll I'm going to put up is going to be to choose which character from Five Nights at Freddy's. So if you have opinions, which probably most of you do, when I put that poll up, it's probably going to be early next week that I'm going to put it up. Then, you know, cast your votes. All right, so I've got my cake here, and it's kind of weird looking. It looks kind of like, I don't know, a pear, I guess, kind of shape. And this is going to be Mommy's head. So this is going to be where her hair is, so it's going to sit a little more like that. So you're going to have her face like that, your 2 circles, and then the hair is going to swoop around and sit on top of here, because otherwise I had no way of making her bangs, I guess they're her bangs, her hair sit high enough. No one likes JJ. Oh, that's true. No one does. Or Balloon Boy. He is kind of a dud in my opinion either. All right, I'm getting out my big whacker here. And I'm gonna roll out the fondant and then cover that up. So, in the meantime, get this paper out of the way here. I've got my secret notes off screen so you can't see them. Again, ninja skills. Okay. Do you guys know what experiment number Huggy Wuggy actually is? It's revealed in the 2nd chapter. You were the Riddler duo. I've been watching you. So do you guys know what his experiment number actually is? We know it's not 1006, as alluded to. But do you know what it actually is? No. Ah. 1037 is close. You know what? I gotta actually look at my notes because I forget. It's at the bottom of my notes somewhere. Okay, it was 1170. Yep, Chip got it. Yep, 1170. And it was revealed in, I want to say, if you go into the office, toward the end of the 2nd one, you can find all the notes and things that he's written down. Or is that when you find out about the rat and the poppy gel? I don't remember anymore. It's been a long day. All right, so I got my stuff rolled out here. I need some powdered sugar. So my cake, so it sticks to the cake and not to the cake plate. And then I'm gonna lift the whole darn thing up and off of here and put it over there. So we'll see. This isn't as stressful as that standing Freddy cake I did. You played both chapters? Okay. What? The Freddy cake was stressful. I was nervous over it. So I can tell who has been at my other firesides. All right, as graceful as that was, didn't quite sit properly, so I gotta move it a little. Yeah, that's gonna be better. All right. Now that this is covered, I'm just gonna smooth it down. And in the meantime, I'm doing my Mommy Long Legs here. So what does Mommy Long Legs warn you to do in the beginning of chapter 2 when she whisks Poppy away and she tells you have to do what one thing? Play the 3 games, yes. Play the 3 games. Yeah, the code is what you get for playing the 3 games, but you have to play the 3 games. And you have to obey the rules too, right? Which is just weird. But anyway. Hello, Sam Gaming. You know the rules. Yeah. What were the rules? Play the games and lose so that mommy can watch you die. Wasn't that the way it was supposed to go? Isn't that what she said? Yeah, and so in the first one, there is, of course, the VHS tapes that you guys are probably all too young to have any clue about, but that was a thing. And in the first one, you hear a person being interviewed. And if you can remember, tell me, well, actually it was written on the tape, I think. Tell me the name of the person being interviewed. You get extra points if you know her last name. Mommy died in the shredder. It wasn't gory. There was like minimal blood. There was as much blood as when Huggy Wuggy fell and hit his head on the pipe. Okay. Does anybody know Stella something? Yeah, it was Stella. Stella Graber, if you remember. Stella Graber. And Stella Graber ended up getting hired because you see her come up again in the second one. And in the second one, a lot of people thought that she got put into Poppy because I think the voice actress was the same between the two, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's why they thought that. But with all the dates and everything, you can see that Poppy was made before Stella ended up working there. And there's dates and stuff and conspiracy things, and yeah, so it was pretty cool because at first I'm like, oh, that's freaking Stella, there's no doubt, but it wasn't. I was wrong, but I also thought, you know, Huggy Wuggy was experiment 1006, so they tricked all of us. Have you done? Okay, and if you have the opportunity, if you want to tell any of your friends who are not watching to join in, please feel free to get them to come in here. Please get them to feel free to bring their charged stickers with them too, because yeah, this is kind of fun to see this come together. All right, so I've got this amorphous shape of a pink cake. And now what I'm gonna do is take this off of here and put it on the other cake plate that I already made all messy and dirty. So this shouldn't be a problem though. I've had this thing in the fridge for a while, so it's nice and firm. And I'm sorry my fingers are all stained up. I was dyeing everything hot pink last night and it didn't all come off in the shower this morning. So yes, I'm sparkly with pink. Okay. All right, guys. Do any of you know what time you need to be out of the warehouse or of the toy factory at night? Because it says it on the rules poster that I think Kissy Missy is on. And then you see it, you hear about it again when the one employee went back in looking for, I forget what he forgot, his keys or something, I don't remember. But whatever it was he forgot, he ended up going back in and heard, like, I want to say it was the PJ Pug a pillar marching around. Okay, successfully transferred. It wasn't 12 a.m. No. It wasn't 12 a.m. Nope, nope, nope. Not 12 a.m. Again, I think you're thinking, no, Five Nights at Freddy's is 6 a.m. or midnight to 6. But nope, it wasn't 6 a.m. It was much more reasonable working hours there. Ooh. They redesigned the caterpillar? Oh, I didn't even know that. I know that they kind of ignored Braun. They thought for a while there were rumors about him taking over as the villain in the third one, but he doesn't move well, you know, doesn't do much. Yeah, 6 to 7, you're even closer, 9 to 5. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. was the time you had to be out of there. You could not come back in after 8 p.m. or else you might get, you know, turned into a toy, I guess. I don't know. And there's lots of rumors and thoughts about who are in the toys, whether it's the orphans or if it's the employees, which I tend to think it's probably a little of both, but because of all the blood that's all over the place. Okay, I'm going to now hollow out a couple spots for her eye. Ooh, I'm getting black on her face. Hollow out some spots for her eyes. And then, okay, I am going to not touch it again with my inky fingers. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hollow it out. See how well it works. All right, I know her eyes are huge. I've got my cheat sheet here. And I'm going to try to make her look amazing. Yeah, I think that's actually a really good size. Nailed it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm missing. Yeah, you've seen everything? Chip the Skeleton wants to ask a question. Go ahead, Chip. Do I like cheese? I freaking love cheese. See, I grew up where we would have cheese as a meal, and it would be like, oh, would you like some cheese with your cheese? And I'd be like, yes, please. And it turns out that you can have too much cheese. So, and because of, you know, reasons and getting older, I have to be careful of the cheese that I eat now. I can't have too much cheese, and that makes me sad because there's no such thing. No such thing as too much cheese. Which chapter is better, 1 or 2? Impossible cake. No impossible cake. I don't actually know what that is, I'm sorry. So I just gotta be careful here where her hair is gonna end up, because I need her hair to end up there. So I'm going over here. Okay. All right. Anyway, I respect all cheese lovers. Yes. How could you not? You know, it's cheese. It's like that meme that's going around with the kid with the corn. It's corn. What do you like about it? It's cheese. Same idea, same energy. Okay, now, do any of you guys know what Poppy Playtime's original name was going to be for the doll? She had a different name. She wasn't going to be Poppy. She had a different name originally, and then she became Poppy Playtime. I gotta clean this up, so put your answers. Let me see. And I will ignore that phone call. Do any of you know? Do any of you have any guess at all? I had no clue. I was surprised when I came across this. Fubby Juice and Violent. Is that when I woke up today and chose violence? Is that the reference there? It wasn't even close to the flower or anything. That's what I would have guessed too. It turns out that the original name for the toy was going to be Talkie Tina. And I feel like they made such a better choice not doing that, because that's a terrible name. Like Talkie Tina doesn't strike terror into your heart, but Poppy has that whole, you know, opium reference, and yeah, you could do a lot more with. I'm getting black all over me. Ugh. Oof. Yeah, like I said, I was really surprised. I didn't think it had any question about what it was going to be. All right, now I'm going to fill in her eyes because I can. The mystery hand. The mystery hand is the prototype, and from what I was able to tell about the prototype, it was the most intelligent thing, you know. Game Jolt screenshotted me. I hope they got my good side. The prototype is supposed to be the most intelligent creation that Elliot came up with. And, you know, there's all kinds of ideas that it escaped and caused all the trouble, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so we don't know what it is. I suspect we're gonna find out a whole lot more in chapter 3. Only 300 people? Dude, you guys gotta get more people in here. Tell them I'm giving away cookies or something. Okay, so I have a limit, or not a limit. I had reached with my Sonic stream, I had reached over 550 viewers for that live stream at one point. So that was like my highest one. So, you know, hashtag goals, right? Well, that's not going to be big enough. I gotta take care of this. I think I took too much cake out. So I'm going to plug the holes with some more gum paste, or this is fondant. Hi, Cinder Plays, YouTube, and some biscuits. Yes, depending on where you're from. I could have biscuits or I could have cookies. Or I could have cheese. I might have cheese. Crumpets. You're funny, Chip. All right. That's going to be better. Plug the holes. Wait, I'm in the wrong fandom. It's okay. We welcome all fandoms here. Nobody gatekeeps in my firesides. And yeah, so I was saying about the whole Poppy and the name and everything. That goes back to at the beginning of the first chapter. What are you tasked with doing in order to finish the game? Do you guys know? What do you have to find? You have to find something. Probably. If you don't know, then that's fine too. Because unless you read that letter at the beginning, which I would suspect you would if you're playing the game. Yeah, okay. You have to find the flower, and the flower's the, I'm assuming, the poppy that's on the wall. So yeah, I don't know. Did you guys see that cake I made? I'm pretty sure I posted, yeah, I did. I posted pictures of it, of the Poppy Playtime cake I made. Yeah, okay. And I had the wall with the poppy plant, or the poppy flower on the back of it. That came out really cool. You've seen every cake. Aw. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Yeah, so far, right? She's got her eyes coming along. And I'm definitely getting ink on them, so I'll have to clean them up at the end, but that's all right. Fortunately, I can do that. Okay. Can we play the guessing game? I don't know how well we can play the guessing game, but I'm gonna keep asking questions. When you go to the toy factory in chapter 1 and chapter 2, who are you playing as, first of all? Who is your character? Who are you playing as? Yeah, Cat Shift, got it. Yep. Burn Trap, you know it too? Yellow guy, yeah, right. He's supposed to be an ex-employee. Yeah, right, it does. It does look like Peppa Pig. Oh, why'd you have to ruin it like that? Why did you have to go there? Oh, you did me dirty here. What the heck? Once known as Elizabeth Afton's simp official. That is quite the name. All right, I'm gonna have to make this not look like Peppa Pig really quick because I just can't. I am so over Peppa Pig. That and Caillou. I was glad when that show ended. But anyway. Yeah, you're supposedly an ex-employee who is coming back to the factory in order to find out what happened to all the other employees because everybody went missing. Okay. If I hold it like that, then it's less Peppa Pig and more, I don't know, punk rock looking. Yeah, he's just named Yellow Guy. It'd be cool if they actually gave him a name. Yeah, do you know what the green hand does in chapter 2? F-I-F-N-I-A, watcher. You don't want to see Peppa. No Peppa. Not on my watch. No, no, no. No Peppa. Yeah, it's for electricity. I don't know because I haven't played. I guess you have to charge up in order to, you know, open doors or whatever. They need electric charge. Maybe you, is that what it is? Somebody said that they played. Oh, no, don't even say Caillou. No Pep. All right. First of all, no Peppa and heck no Caillou. I'll do Peppa any day over Caillou because I am a mom and I have kids and he makes me crazy. And I am glad to see him gone. Oh my gosh. He was too much with the whining and the temper, and it's hard to be however old he was. 3 or something. 5, I don't even know how old he is. I don't care. I don't even care. Please don't tell me. Okay. All right, so yes, back to my cake. You don't have any charge quests left. Oh, that's all right. You can find me tomorrow. I forgive you. It's okay. I take charge stickers every single day, so don't feel like it's now or never. I'm going to give her her green eyes next because I don't want this looking like Peppa Pig for a second longer than it has to. Get that fuzz out of here. And that fuzz out of there. Okay. Now, that's looking less Peppa Piggy. Wait, there, right? See, it's starting to look more mommy long-leggish. As long as I don't set my stand down on my rolling pin and launch the cake, I'll be fine. I'm missing one of my tools. Let's go now. Oh, it's right here. Jeez. That's what happens when you get older. You forget things. So yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you another question. Do any of you know the name of chapter 1? What the actual name is? It's not just chapter 1. It's like chapter 1, the beginning, you know, or something like that. So I'm just curious if any of you know that, because I didn't even know it had a name. And it's kind of silly, because it makes sense that they give it a name. You forgot. Burn trap. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. A tight squeeze. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's right. A tight squeeze. And I guess it has to do with running through all the little ducks and everything when Huggy Wuggy is chasing you. Okay. Now, does anybody know the name of chapter 2? Noob is in the house. Hey, Noob, how you doing? Yeah, fly in a web. Yep. That one I actually knew the name of. That one I wasn't. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard people talking about that. But the other one I was like, that's news to me. Okay, now if you played the first one, then you probably watched the vintage commercial with Poppy Playtime in it, or with Poppy in it. And do you guys remember what was advertised about her being so special? Like, why was she the doll to have? Yeah, I do actually follow Levi. I've been watching his work with the Simon guy and his creations and stuff. So does anybody know what made Poppy so special to all the little girls and boys at home? All right, let me see. Where's my picture? She's got little pupils. So I think it was smaller than that. Yeah, she could talk, and she did smell like poppies, but she was advertised as being intelligent. Like, not only would she answer you when you talk to her, but you could have a conversation. She specked, yes. Yeah, so she was the first intelligent doll. And I think there was like a video of her voice box being taken out. I think it was just like on YouTube. I don't know that it was actually part of the game. And that was kind of gross. Because she was like, no, and it was all bloody. I'm like, oh boy. Okay, getting some eyes going here. Alphabet lore. Someone else mentioned alphabet lore. And yeah, that's put it in the suggestions on the Caketastic community for me so I don't lose it. And I don't actually know much about that one, but it seems kind of creepy. Just with, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Is that the one where they're all like muscular? Or is that something else I'm thinking of? Yeah. And even talk like a real girl. I am a real girl. Doesn't she say that too? Something like that? Okay. So now we've got eyes. Very much less Peppa Pig, unless Peppa Pig is having a stroke or something. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. And Wait, let's Peppa E. Can I say wahoo, wahoo? Wow. Is that it? Did I get it for you? Wahoo? You want me to say wahoo? Wahoo! But you gotta pay me stickers. I'll say pretty much most things are stickers. Okay, now I'm going to give her a little bit of a smile, and then we're gonna get to the hot pink stuff, and that'll really start to bring it together. So as far as the smile goes, I'm gonna use some gum paste. This is gum paste because, can you say Mario movie trailer reel? Yeah, I watched the Mario movie trailer and I was shocked to find out that that was Jack Black doing the voice of Bowser. Like, shocked. I had no idea it was him. It sounded so different. Like, he nailed it as far as I was concerned. And I haven't heard enough of Chris Pratt talking to give my opinion, really. I think I caught something of like a Brooklyn accent or something that was supposed to be happening with it. And I was kind of like, okay, because I didn't know if he was going to go like full-on Italian, it's a me, I'm Mario, or if he was going to be more like the 80s where they were just a couple of New York City, yeah, like that, yes, do the Mario, swing your hands from side to side. My boys actually had a phase where they loved that show, and they would watch those guys, and my husband and I would walk around going, swing your arms from side to side, now you're doing the Mario. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know about Chris Pratt's voice. I wasn't able to judge well enough to make a decision. Yeah, do the Mario together. Rush from doors into cake. I had made a Panic at the Disco cake once upon a time, but that was just, I don't know, it was nothing. They wanted it very plain, so I didn't get to be real creative with it. So it didn't look as good as I felt like I could have. Ooh, this is like thick and thin, but that's okay, because I'll just stretch it. Try making Seek. Oh, Bonnie Bunny Games, I remember your name. I've seen you lurking around. I recognize you. I hope you guys brought your charge stickers. So if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. I am not making Peppa Pig. I will never make a Peppa Pig for you guys, ever. I don't care how many charge stickers you throw my way. Oh, that's not true. I can be bought, I'll be honest. But I won't like it. And if I have my druthers, I will not be making a Peppa Pig ever, ever, again, ever. It's another one of those ones that's just done too much. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm outlining her eye. So it looks a little bit better. So this is just gonna take a little bit of time. Make him into a cake. That would be a cool one. Funny cone guy, heck yeah, I remember you. I'm starting to get better with the names. I am. Spooky Red Spy. I even feel like I've seen that name around before too. I like trains. I like turtles. That was a fun one back in the day. Those were funny videos. Anyway, all right, so yes, back to me, what I was talking about once again. You might be the spy, but I'm the ninja, so. Or I'm also the Vanessa Caketastic, according to the Five Nights at Freddy's stream, which I thoroughly embraced, by the way. I like Vanessa's character. Not gonna lie, she was pretty cool. A little manipulated, unfortunately, but pretty cool. Anyway. Okay, so does anybody know the name of the company that Poppy Playtime is manufactured in? Because it has a legit name and everything. Oh yeah, that one's too easy, right? See, this one you guys all know, but you didn't know the release date one. Dude, I grew up having that THX blasted at me in the theaters. I know what it's like to go deaf waiting to see a movie. So yeah, Poppy Playtime's company was Playtime Company. And it was created by Elliot, whatever his last name is, and Yeah, the second one I think talked about like his family were dead or lost a loved one, and that might be why he was trying to bring people back to life and put them in toys, and I don't know, it got weird. But yes. Okay, definitely got the 10-mile stare going here. So it's starting to look better. Okay. You're dead. Oh, no, stop with the Peppa Pig. I will pay to make a Peppa Pig. You know what? Okay, you can PayPal me $10 million and I will make you an amazing Peppa Pig cake. Life-size Peppa Pig. Okay. I'm gonna move on because this is kind of getting redundant here. I don't know Team Fortress 2. I don't know that one. Yes, thank you. Yeah, one. Can you imagine what a $10 million cake would look like? Especially if no contract were involved. I'd be like, here it is. Now pay me. Okay. If you guys have any questions for me too, then send them. I will try to read them. I sent an actual request. Did you send it to the, like a cake suggestion request, Funny Cone guy? Because I feel like I remember this, but I'm not sure. I talked to a lot of people throughout the day. South Park would be fun. Make a nice Cartman. Oh, she's got some thick mascara going on here. A Mr. Hanky cake. Well, Christmas is coming, right? I did a pickle Rick out of a pickle, so I've got dogs. I could go find a poo and make a Mr. Hanky out of one. Although that's just too disgusting. Okay, so yes, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, send them over. I will try to get to them when I can look. Otherwise, I have someone here in the background who's sending me updates on questions or whatever you have for me if I miss them. So yes. Oh, that's a bad looking eye right there. Okay, that's better. Yeah, a lot of this is just like tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Speaking of South Park, right? AFK, you didn't answer. I must have missed it. How much for one of my cakes? I see that as a question. It depends on the cake, and it depends on how many people it has to feed, and then it depends how decorated it is. So this cake right here, I don't know if you can really judge the size of it, but you could probably feed between 15 to 20 people with it, which is going to be, you know, your standard kid's birthday party, assuming there's, you know, other snacks and stuff to go with it. And for this, with the amount of time I'm going to spend on it, I would probably ask for 150, 200, something like that. It also depends on the flavor that goes into it. But I have been told that I undersell my cakes. But I also sell a lot to like my friends. It was like their kid's birthday, so I'm not going to be like, you know, $300, which is probably what it should be, honestly, with the amount of time that it takes to do it. Okay, she is definitely looking a little crazy now, but she's looking a little more accurate. Oh, thanks, Chip. Will you make a horror movie cake at one point? Oh yeah, Roxy, I don't know if you heard, someone else asked about that. I'm going to be doing a cake at the end of October, toward the end of October, and it is going to be a horror themed cake, and I'm allowed to do pretty much whatever I want, which is exciting for me. And I can do anything I want. I can make it a video game horror, I could just do movie horror, I could just do blood and guts. I was given free range on that one. And I already have an idea that I'm kind of working around that would be fun for me, and I think you guys would enjoy seeing. So if I can do whatever I want, then I'm gonna do whatever I want. Okay. All right, guys, I have another question for you here while you're waiting for me to put the smile on her. I want to know what year, kind of, it's allergy season here. What year was Huggy Wuggy created, according to the game? Do you guys know? Where do you send requests? That's a good question. Oh, 86 is super duper close. You're like dancing right on it. If you have suggestions for what kind of cake you'd like me to make, please go to my Caketastic Cakes community. I think you do have to join it in order to put a suggestion, but you know, join it, put your suggestion. If you don't want to stay, then you know, bail out if you want. But you can put the suggestions there. I have a section there that is just for suggestions. And what I ask people to do is put the suggestion there so I can find it. And then other people can see it, and if they like the idea, they can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you know, whatever. And that way I can judge how much interest there is in it. And if I have the idea what interest level there is, then I can make a decision whether it's worth doing or not. Because this stuff takes time and energy. Okay, her smile is way too big. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna just kind of cut it off at an angle, assuming I can. It's all sweaty. It's kind of, it's not really warm here today, but it's almost warm here today, which is kind of funny because I had to bring all my plants in from outside because the nights are getting too cold. So yeah, put your suggestions on the Caketastic page, please. That way I can find them again. Otherwise I lose track because people put good stuff all over the place, and if I don't remember it, I often can't find the comment again or where it came from. So that is the best way for you to do it. Okay, oh, her smile is a little goofy. Okay. All right, so a little bit more. Now I can start with the hot pink stuff. Yeah, I gotta fix that smile. That's just gonna bother me. Okay. Spooky Tempo, how you doing? It's a banger, I've always listened to it. Okay, now do you guys know question? I don't know, I'm being told something. A question already asked? I don't know. I'm being told something and I don't understand it, so I'm not sure. Oh, right, I forgot. What year was Huggy Wuggy? Yes, Mugman 10. I think I've seen your name around too. Mugman 10 got it. It was in 1984 that Huggy Wuggy was made, and that's the problem with doing this, is I get very sidetracked with what I'm doing and then forget to answer. So yes, 1984. Okay, now if he was made in 1984, do you know what? I thought I had another one about the, never mind. Yeah. What's the year of Make a Friend machine production? Do you guys know that one? That's like a much harder one. Thank you, Mugman. You're so sweet. I love the charge stickers. Thank you guys, seriously, all of you who are helping out. Slow-mo for chat, yeah, sometimes. But if I did that, I could put the delay on, but then you guys wouldn't be able to talk as freely. And I personally don't like it when the delays are on. So yes, does anybody know the year that the machine, the Make a Friend machine, was produced? Because I do. Of course I looked it up, so I cheated. All right, stop sticking to me. 1960, Chip Googled it, or did you actually know, Chip? I'm not sure. In which case, I don't want to belittle your knowledge or achievement. Yeah, it was 1960. Yep. And the Make a Friend machine. What character do you have to make in the game in order to proceed? Do you guys, yeah. Yep, Cat B. Oh no, Cinder Plays has to go. Yeah, I know, I get it. These things take time. So that's why I try to come up with like conversation as we go along. So you're not gonna hurt my feelings, but you'll see the end result soon enough. Or, you know, in like an hour. A Bonnie cake on March 6th. I don't know if I can do that specifically, but I have made many Bonnies over the years. I'm sure you've seen some of the decorations that I've made. And I gotta say, those decorations I made, the Five Nights at Freddy's ones that I've posted pictures of, and I'm like, oh, look, this is what I made all those years ago, was when I was first kind of starting to really get into gum paste decorations, edible cake decorations. And I have gotten so much, you know, love for those decorations. And holy cow, I've gotten a lot of criticism for those decorations. I'm like, yes, I know, I would do it better if I did it again. That was my first try. And my poor Ballora, she was quite busty. But again, it was my first try, so, you know, a little slack for learning, right? Okay. Now, in the, I can't even talk. In the make a friend room, when you're making your little bee cat, or excuse me, cat bee, I think it is. What machine, there's a machine that it follows you with its eyes, right? Do you know what color machine that is? The middle one, that's not a color. Partial credit though. It's not yellow. It is, Bonnie got it. It's red. Yes, the red machine follows you with its creepy little eyes like a pervert, staring at you. Someone asked what was the first fireside I did. Oh, that was quick, you're back. Hi, FNIA watcher. The first fireside I did was for Sonic the Hedgehog. It was for Sonic's anniversary or birthday, whatever you want to call it. 31 years. 31, yep, 31 years ago the game was released, and I did that was my first fireside. And since then, I've done a few. I've done a few asked by Game Jolt. The Five Nights at Freddy's I did not too long ago was asked if I would do that by Game Jolt. That was a fun one. And I've done a few other firesides as well, but they've just kind of been on my own. Like this one I'm just doing for myself because I wanted to do this. I thought it would be fun. Okay, so how about that? Yeah, like that. Her face is coming along. And every time I hold her up, I get more black ink on my fingers. I'm gonna transfer to her. So, yeah. And a few of them I've just done kind of like on a whim, and those ones I don't advertise because they're literally like, you know, 10 minutes long. The Pickle Rick I made, that was only a few minutes long. The Kicker Stein or Steen, I'm still not sure how to say it, if it's Stein or Steen. He was only like 20 minutes long, so those I just did, you know, I didn't advertise or anything. Okay, now I'm gonna start with hot pink, now that she's got her face. There is some more details that I'm not doing right now, but I'll get to them, I think, as long as I don't forget. And I need a drink. Chip, if you are the dedicated, how come you weren't in my top 10 supporters list? Oh, that's right, I called you out. I called you out in front of everybody here. I'm just kidding, I appreciate any support. Don't ever feel good or, you know, well, of course feel good, but don't ever feel bad, not really. I tease. Aw, Roxy Wolf, you're so sweet. Got free clout. Yeah, and the girl's name is actually Jen. Technically, it's Jennifer the Great, but, you know, people just call me Jen, and Jennifer the Great is all hyphenated, in case you're wondering. Very eccentric parents. Okay, now I'm gonna give her some lips in my hot pink that I got here, that I stained my hands with. And speaking of Mommy here, what was Mommy's job in the second one before, you know, everybody went crazy and disappeared or got murdered or whatever? Wait, what's up? Apple Louie and Burgers Tag. Ah. Do you guys know what her job was back in the day? Yeah, sorry, I thought that was an M. I need glasses sometimes. Yeah, you got it. She was in charge of taking care of the children. In her report, oh geez, I saved it. I didn't drop it. In her report, it was said that she was very aggressive toward the staff, but she was very protective and loved the children. So they put her in charge of the children. So her job was to greet the children and get them off the train, which is how she knew the train details, I guess, and then take them to the playroom. Yes, I like Vanessa Caketon. I think that's just funny. So she was in charge of them on that aspect. I don't know, this might be too big for her bottom lip. VeggieTales cake. Did I ever do a VeggieTales cake? I don't think I ever did. I had people interested, but I don't think they ever wanted it. Which, you know, whatever. VeggieTales would certainly be easy to do. They're just vegetables. Okay, so I got a bottom lip, if you can see it. I'm always turning it the wrong way. There we go. And not setting up the rolling pin. Freddie, you're supposed to be on lockdown? Or I could say, you opened my case. I could say that. That's more appropriate for this fireside. Okay, does anybody know how much Poppy the doll sold for? It was advertised in her commercial when it was first released. She had a price. Does anybody know? She too could be bought. You're really close with the $4.99. That's how much the first game cost, chapter 1 cost. Now she's got big luscious lips. Those are way too thick up top. I gotta trim those down. $11.99, nope, not $5.99. Yes, $5.99 was the cost of the Poppy doll to get your own little possessed, soul inhabited or blood and guts inhabited doll for only $5.99, which if you think about it is really cheap. All right. She's a real girl. There we go. That's better. I just need to make an indentation because she's got the Cupid's bow lips. I gotta turn it toward me. I can't see. I'm sorry, guys. And I will look again at the chat in just a second. All right, so there we go. Nice hair. Yeah, like more like that. Okay. All right. Check out your shouts. Okay, I will. I know I don't get to it every day, or I try to get to it every day, but I know that some slip through the cracks. So I apologize for that, but I do the best I can, darn it. Need my cup of water. All right, only watching this for badge. Aw, that's okay, I forgive you. But maybe you'll want to stay because you'll love it so much. So at least give me a sticker before you go. Then you're allowed to leave. What kind of job do you work to have this much free time? Okay, if this is my job. I do cakes out of my house. I sell them mostly to my friends, family, that kind of thing. I also will sell cake decorations that I make on eBay. I had tried Etsy and that was just pointless and frustrating. So yeah, I do this and there's not a ton of money in it, so those stickers help, yeah. You have no idea. Creator is a full-time job. All right, I'm going to start adding now her hair because she needs some hair. I'm going to put it around her head first, and then I'm going to do the swirl and then her ponytail, which I personally approve of the style. It gets my thumbs up. Okay, do you guys know the color of the first VHS tape you receive, or that you find in chapter 1? Do you know what color it is? Hi, Rucksnoof. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. From the mathematics. Hi, Big Bay. Ah, the first one, the very first one in the chapter 1. It's, I don't even know if you have to find it or if it's just given to you. But it tells you all your details and all your information. Yeah, Funk Snoof got it. It's yellow. Hi, hello, checker. Me 3 on my Yeah, those days are behind me, but yeah. You're colorblind. My son is colorblind too. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but he is, and it's hilarious to get him to look at Christmas decorations because it's all one color to him. Cake. Okay, I'm going to lay this over her now. See how it goes. I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna have to trim it away, I think. Oh, that's gonna be too thick. How's that? Is she beautiful? Huh? She's not quite gorgeous yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm gonna just trim it away. And then I'm gonna just tuck it, tuck, tuck, tuck. And I'm not too worried about up here because I'm gonna hide it under the swirl anyway, but I do need a better curve. I do need a better curve, like so. And I need to make sure the left side matches the right because she is very, very, very symmetrical, which is one of the things I love about this character. I love good symmetry. It's so pretty to look at. Okay. Now looks like she has a bun on her head, but it's starting to look more like her. Yeah, Plants vs. Zombie, I think, does not get nearly as much love as it should. That was a fun game, although I don't even know if they're still doing it. But yes, I dominated Plants vs. Zombie. Do you guys ever play any idle games either? Because I've had a couple cakes that I've made over the years of idle games, and those I think are always fun. I'm getting black on me again. Sometimes, I don't know. Undertale. Is Undertale considered an idle game? I'm thinking more like the ones where you just have to keep tapping, or like, I don't know. One of the ones that we played a lot here in our house was Crossy Road. I don't know if you guys ever played Crossy Road. Nah, bro. I guess not. I guess my idle games are not your interest. Because if you guys have time for games, then you get to play real games. My game time is more like sitting in the car during swim practice. Because, you know, I'm not allowed to go in because of COVID. Although I think now that's been lifted. I'm not sure. But anyway, oh yeah, Crossy Road, right? 5T7Y. I don't know what that one is, sorry. Santiago for Rolo, yeah. Okay, now that she's like tucked in a little better, right? Looking a little better. Okay. I'll be sad if she falls off when I'm like, oh, look, and she goes right off the edge. Okay, now I'm gonna give her her little swirl. And hopefully it won't look stupid. I know, it's a process. I tell people, you know, you can watch me make cakes. It's cool to watch, but it's a process. It's not something that's like, oh, watch me play a video game or watch me, you know, draw a picture, which are always super cool in itself. But yeah, this takes time. This takes time, not gonna lie. She's getting better and better. You make decent game streams. I've seen one of your streams. What's my favorite color? I am very partial to green. I like green. Green to me is a nice color of like trees and grass and plants and fresh and growing and alive. So That's what I like. I used to like blue, but it was like I liked green when I was a kid, and then I liked blue, and then I kind of went back to green again. All right, I'm going to have to flatten this out and then tuck this in more. Okay, so kind of getting the idea here. And I just need to space it a little bit better. And then yeah, like that. And then I'm going to flatten it because this is just very thick. You don't need very thick like that. Whatever I use the shape of, I'll just mush it back into place. So I flattened it, so now it's more like that. And I'll just kind of taper it up, taper it up. I got another fuzz. Okay. Okay. All right, sorry guys. I keep looking. Peppa Pig is for 5-year-old kids. Oh yeah, that's it. Yep, you found my channel. Yep, I sometimes steal stuff from there in order to put it onto Game Jolt for you if I think you'll like it. Although it's mine, so I guess it's not technically stealing. Okay, that needs to be fixed a little. Oh, I actually did the swirl wrong. You guys didn't even tell me. You're letting me do the swirl wrong here. So it goes more like that. It's an extra coil. Which means I have to redo this. Sorry. Sorry, don't like it. I gotta fix it. So anyway, what is my favorite classic horror movie killer? Classic horror movie killer. My favorite one? Well, I'd probably say a werewolf, because I have seen some really awesome, terrible B-rated movies that involve werewolves. And I've seen some good ones like Ginger Snaps. I don't think that one gets enough credit, but I've seen some pretty dumb ones. There's one on, I think it's on Hulu right now, called Wolf Cop or something, where the guy's a werewolf and a cop. And it's one of those so bad it's awesome things. So yeah, I would say that would be my favorite one, the werewolf. Curl better. There we go. That's better. Okay. Much better. That's a much better curl. So you got to tell me if I do these wrong. But just tell me nicely so you don't make me cry. Okay. Just stretch it a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, that's better. Kind of reminds me of like Wilma Flintstone. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit more of her hair. Watching a horror movie every time. Every day this week or this month. Oh boy. Well, definitely Cabin in the Woods. That's a good time. I would say Evil Dead, the second one, not the first one. As long as it's the, I'm not even sure if it's the right one I'm thinking of. It's the one with Bruce Campbell in the book, and they gotta say the Inclado Verata Nicto, whatever it was, which was stolen from another movie, which made it hilarious. So as long as you know the references, you'll thoroughly, it was the third one. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Babbling Bendu. Yeah, that's the one. The first one, the first couple were just bad, bad, and slightly traumatizing. So don't watch the first two. Don't watch the first two. They are not cool. Some of the stuff they got away with back in the 80s. I just don't know how I survived it, honestly. Okay, I've got her hair on now, and it looks so much better. There we go. And now I'm gonna give her ponytail, and then I'm gonna add a couple more things, and then we're gonna be able to put my Huggy Wuggy in there. Yes, so, okay. Cake keeps turning on me. All right, but yeah, Doo-Walk cake. Looks great. Aw, thank you, Wolfina the Wolf. Jacko Toy Freddy. That's an interesting name. VHS moment. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, she was. It reminds me of a Stretch Armstrong. Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
The Stretch Armstrong when I was a little kid. They had a doll that would do what she's doing, how she would stretch out like that. And that was his whole jam, was he was real stretchy and he was filled with like this gel. And it was awesome because you could pop him open and then you get the gel all over the place. It was good times. All right, now I'm gonna add her hairband into the mix here. It just sits there. Yeah, okay. Gotta kind of taper this a little more, I think. Top, yeah, I know, don't look at that. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if you remember with the creeper, how he had kind of a bare butt in the back. We don't talk about that. All right. Now I've got one. I don't know if you can see, but I got her hairband in place. I want to even it out, if not. Okay, like that. See your little ponytail holder now? And I saw in the third chapter that's coming out too, I don't know how many of you have seen the trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer for the third one? Because it looks cool and I am dying to know what they're going to do with the what was it, playground? The play, where the orphans were, that, play care, yes, thank you, play care, yeah. What the smoke mask or the gas mask has to do with that. So I'm super curious about that. All right, so I've got her here. And I'm just gonna twist it around a little bit. I'm gonna get a stick. So a lot of times I'll use lollipop sticks. They're just cardboard, so you can just snap them. And I use these a lot with my decorations and my cakes because, again, I make cakes for kids mostly. And I don't want anyone getting hurt eating one of my cakes. So when my son was little, he had a cupcake at a party. It was a Mickey Mouse cupcake. And they had put the ears on using toothpicks. So of course he bit into it. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt. But I was very upset that nobody had been like, hey, there's, you know, freaking shards of wood in there that your kid could get hurt on. So I vowed on that day, never. Okay, so now we got one of her ponytail. I know, she keeps spinning on me. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go. Don't trust this guy. I don't trust you. I don't know. If you have to go, you have to go. But thank you for coming. I do appreciate it. And make sure you like follow up so you can see the finished product. What do I do with the cakes? Pizza Guy. Pizza Guy's my top 3 and he's in here somewhere. Thank you, Pizza Guy. What do I do with the cakes? I try to sell them locally if I can. You know, it's hard to do because it's a Poppy Playtime themed cake on this particular day, so it makes it harder for people to be like, well, actually, no, I don't want a Poppy Playtime cake today. So I try to sell them if I can. Otherwise, I give them away if I can, or to friends or family. And if I can't do that, they go in the trash or they'll go in the woods. 'Cause where I live is pretty rural, so I let the raccoons and the deer have cake. Okay, I'm getting ink all over her again. So yeah, I try, but I used to eat the cake. You know, we used to be like